So I want to do something a little bit different for the 4th. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about 4 of these news articles that I saw, talk about them, give my opinion, and then move on. So what is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another daily video. Hope everybody's having a fantastic 4th of July. I know you all loved that GameStop video. A lot of you have been tweeting me that you made Out Like a Bandit. However, I should mention that the trading values for those games were basically cut in half, so that that video may not, I wouldn't do it anymore. You're not going to get as much money out of it, but it was fun while it lasted. Anyways, we're going to be talking about 4 different things today. We're going to be talking about something Phil Harrison said about Xbox making a fantastic recovery. We're going to be talking about OG Xbox back compat. We're going to be talking about Cuphead again, and then we're also be talking about Gamerscore and stuff. I'm going to get through this as fast as I can, because I didn't really necessarily think any of these deserved a full video, which is why I put them all into one. So first up, we have this article here where it says, ex-Sony and Microsoft executive thinks Microsoft is making a fantastic recovery, and I completely agree with them. But let's see what Phil Harrison had to say. Now, Phil Harrison used to be an executive with Sony. He went to Microsoft, and then he left again. But he was asked if it was surprising to him that Sony was ahead by 2-1 when it comes to console sales, and here's how he responded. The thing Sony has done incredibly well over many years is build up the powerful distribution network outside of the US and the UK. I don't think people truly understand how powerful that is and how much effort it's taking. That's part of it. But I also think Sony was just very clear about their proposition. It's a powerful games console, no ambiguity. That's what they tried to sell. Microsoft had more a challenged messaging at the beginning. They've acknowledged that themselves, but I think Microsoft has made a fantastic recovery. It's still to play for. Now, it's that this whole thing's kind of been beaten to death. We all know the reasons why the PlayStation is the king right now and why Xbox is not. PlayStation had that laser-focused message. This is a powerful games console for $400. While Microsoft was like, here's TV, here's Kinect, here's sports, here's $500 for a weaker system. Microsoft was basically trying to do everything, but they didn't do one single thing right. So, it's been beaten to death, but I do agree with Phil Harrison here. Microsoft has done a fantastic job of making the Xbox a desirable product again. The Xbox One S is a fantastic console, and the One X has a lot of hype behind it. People want that power, at least on the Xbox side. And to be honest, I didn't think Xbox would be even where they're at now after 2013. They're at around 30 million units sold. I honestly thought they would barely even get to 40 this gen after that whole debacle in 2013. So to see them basically get rid of everybody who had anything to do with all that, put Phil in charge. Phil's been basically steering the ship, taking buckets of water, dumping it out. He was basically in charge of a sinking ship that he had to right. And I don't think people really appreciate that fact. I know a lot of people give him crap for canceling and shutting down Lionhead and Fable Legends and canceling Scalebound and all those different things. But it'd be interesting to see what would happen if Mattrick was still in charge, if Xbox would have been shuttered, if Phil didn't take over. There's so many things that we don't know. So this is something I definitely agree with Phil Harrison about, that Microsoft has made a fantastic recovery, and hopefully the X does well for them, and they kind of just focus on making a games console for their hardcore audience, and not necessarily worry about trying to compete with Sony on a worldwide level, because they clearly can't. Anyways, the next piece of news I wanted to be talking about was Cuphead. So we have this article from Polygon. It says, Cuphead won't be coming to PlayStation 4. It's a Windows PC and Xbox One exclusive, full stop. And it's basically just referencing a NeoGAF post where the guy says, was asked, so is this game 100% lifetime PC Microsoft exclusive? And the dev answered, yes, this Cuphead game is exclusive to Xbox and PC, with Steam and Windows 10 version at launch, and a GOG release likely shortly after. There will be a Mac version down the road and possibly a Link version beyond that. We own the Cuphead IP. So, if any of you PlayStation fans were really interested in playing Cuphead, if you don't want to get an Xbox to play this cool-looking exclusive, you can always get it on Windows 10 because it's an Xbox Play Anywhere title. You buy the Windows 10 version, you get the Xbox version, or vice versa. But then, if you don't want to do that, obviously you can buy it on Steam, and then they said there's going to be a GOG version later. So, Cuphead isn't coming to PlayStation 4, but it'll be on other platforms other than the Xbox. So, support this game because it looks really cool, and the devs, they had to quit their jobs to finish their dream scope of the game. I had another video about that, but enough for that. So I also had people ask me about this. They wanted me to talk about the gamer score stuff, right? So as you can see, I'm on True Achievements, and the article is titled, "For the first time ever, there is a new global leader for gamer score." Now, when I introduced myself as the man with the million, it's because I have a million gamer score. When I hit it, I think I was like 5th in the world, although I had to wait like 6 months, so like my position in the leaderboard ranking is dropped. And since then, I don't really chase after it as much, and I got a PlayStation, so I play on more, so like my leaderboard stature has dropped, but there's always been 2 guys at the top of the leaderboard. You have number 1, or the former number 1, Stallion83, aka Ray Cox, or you may know him as Ray Cox, and then number 2, Smirnoff. But over the couple days ago, Smirnoff took back the position, or not took back, but passed up Stallion, and is now number 1. So, yeah, it's an interesting kind of thing. Stallion's been number 1 for 11 years, but now Smirnoff is, so I thought, I mean, kudos to Smirnoff. He's a really, really nice dude. I've talked to him a bunch, and it was about time Smirnoff decided to make a play for the number 1 position. And of course, Stallion, he just recently got married, so I guess the moral of the story here is don't get married. Anyways, I just wanted to touch on that real quick. So congratulations to Smirnoff for being number 1. Both guys are good dudes. I know them both. I used to do a podcast with Stallion back in the day. He's a good dude too. So it's cool to see some competition at the top of the leaderboards. Now, the last thing I want to talk about also kind of deals with achievements, and it's talking about the OG back compat things for Xbox. So, at E3, Phil, which I haven't even talked about this in any video, but at E3, Phil, announced that they're bringing original Xbox games to backwards compatibility. However, because it's straight emulation, if the game didn't support widescreen, it's not going to support widescreen now. And the bigger thing probably for a lot of people is that those games, these OG Xbox games, because it's straight emulation, they're not going to support achievements because, well, the games didn't support achievements when they first came out. So, my opinion, and let me reiterate this, my opinion, I don't have any use for any type of backward compatibility, 360 or original. I don't really think there's that many good games to play on the original Xbox that haven't been remastered already. There's going to be no Xbox Live for it. At least I don't think there will. So a lot of the games that have online multiplayer, like Crimson Skies, won't have it, or even like Halo and things like that. A System Link will work, which is cool. But the big thing here is achievements. There are a contingent of people, and myself included, who would at least consider the choice of playing a game like Knights of the Old Republic or Atagi or some of the older Xbox, even Brute Force, although that game's never going to come, like if they added achievements to it, but they're not going to. So it is what it is. The original Xbox back compat won't feature achievements or widescreen support, but I'm not really sure this this is really that big of an issue. I'm not really sure a lot of people are going to be using Xbox backwards compatibility anyways. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think of all these different articles about the recovery, the gamer score leaderboard change, Cuphead not coming to PS4. Let me know what you think in the comments, because I read them all. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I will see everybody next time.